I'm Alice Cicolini. I'm a jewellery designer and I'm delighted to be launching my first collection for Motley. I grew up in North London in a place called Finchley. I was raised by my mum and my grandmother, so we were a house of 3 generations of women. And I think one of the things that perhaps defined my childhood and probably was one of the reasons why I chose the inspiration that I chose for this collection is because the house was full of William Morris wallpaper. And I think my love of pattern, my influence of textiles really comes from having been almost steeped in that. Style over fashion has always been something that I found really inspiring and important. My first collection that I designed when I was at St Martin's was all about that idea of the ritual of dressing up. You know, the idea of performing, the idea of telling a story, the idea of dressing yourself and presenting yourself in public and creating an identity that was kind of above and beyond you. Just seemed like a really great place to start thinking about what I might bring to that universe. Because there's something about jewellery that I think for a lot of people is about having an opener, and it gives you a way to sort of enter, but it also gives you a kind of persona. It locates you in a much more enigmatic and interesting way than clothing. When I first started thinking about jewellery as a career, what seemed to me to be super interesting about it as a space to locate yourself as a creative person is that it's kind of in the middle of this triangle of product design, craft and fashion. There's a kind of beautiful elasticity in there as a practitioner of how you want to play with the intersection of all of those things. For me, the thing that is of most value in jewellery is the skill of the people who make it, because actually, if we don't celebrate that, we will also lose it. That whole dialogue about the privileging of thought and process and craftsmanship over material value, fashionability, and I suppose to a certain extent, luxury, has almost entirely disappeared from our jewellery dialogue. So yeah, I think it's a challenging moment for the privileging value of design or craft over anything else. I'm always really inspired by meeting other people who have a particularly dynamic kind of energy, really. And I think it's really about collaborating, because my work is all about collaboration, and I have to have a feeling about the people that I'm collaborating with, and in a way Motley, because I just knew when I met them that they were people I wanted to collaborate with. The more that Motley and I have worked together, the more excited I am about the feeling I have that this is the beginning of what will be an enormously exciting and important journey for the British jewellery industry.